coming out from both Matilda and the Farsa, especially in the early stages. I'm thinking, how about a Liamward for the side of the Valley? If they're not concerned about like being a tank for Mobile Zane, at least you have that hero that can match up with the Martis. Karina. This is not a conventional pick nowadays.
Yeah.
But it is a MOBA Zane-ish kind of.
On for game number 1. Who will secure game number 1?
There it is already. Minion blocking coming out from the Grok just to contain the minions so that they will have an advantage in the laning stage. And this is one way to really play the Grok in the X lane, which really makes it a very strong hero in the side lanes.
I think the biggest question I would like to ask is, what is Mobile Zane going to build towards? Is this going to be a tank arena, or is this going to be a magic assassin Karina? But looking at the emblem, I don't think it really tells a lot. Usually you go for the Demon Slayer emblem as well for, well, the tank Karina. But it feels like Mobile Zane right here, there's a lot of tankiness already built in their roster. I feel like they need to try to solve the question of taking down Gusta Lagusta, taking down Sagan, and then roll Snowball.
Between the heroes of RQ Brazil, like you have the Claude as well as the Matilda, and even the Martis at some regard. There's a lot of like uncontrollable damage. Like the Blazing Duet, for sure, you have the choice to turn it on or off. But whenever you put it up, you know that it's going in. That's where the Karina actually flourishes against those kind of heroes. You just reflect back the damage, and this is definitely a Mobile Zane kind of play style that we can see.
What you're seeing is also just the Valley playing with their comfort, right? You're mentioning that Mobile Zane can go for just damage here, but honestly, looking at their game so far, they've just been going for a lot of 3 frontliners, 3 tanks, and relying on the mid laner and the gold lane to really carry their games when it does get to that later stage. Here, you can already see a little bit of a proactive movement by Super Shark in the mid lane, trying to go for that pick, but it's not really going to happen. RQ Akira, they're really good at playing for this early game skirmish too, and they can read that out, right? Now it comes down to the turtle. King on the Martis versus Zane on the Karina.
It's going to be dependent on whether or not they will have the ultimate on Super Shark. So what they're doing right now is putting Super Shark in the middle as a roamer so that he'll get to level 4 as he is right now.
Yeah, Takashi putting some effort at the back line. It's going to be Mobile chicken a little bit long. It's going to Super Shark. Minding King. It's a jump in the turtle pit. It's going to be First Blood awarded over the side to the Valley. The turtle resets. Takashi unable to buy time for his jungler to take down the turtle.
It's a good first blood, right? They really assess the situation perfectly there. They notice that RQ Kira, they're going in a bit too soon without the help of Sagan and Louise, especially King. They utilize, well, not King, Takashi on that vengeance. They utilize that resource differential and they capitalize on the fact taking him down.
They wouldn't have a lot of ultimates to work with now. But then again, both junglers are just busy taking their own purple buffs, and it will be a double buff for Mobile Zane, single buff for King. But King will be faster on the turtle because of this.
But Hoon right now doesn't have the real one manipulation. Red airstrike will be going in at the same time. King focusing on the turtle right now. The red airstrike zoning the members of the Valley out. Hoon responds with the real one manipulation. Lewis will be given away over to the side of the Valley.
Objective versus kill. That's what's happening right now. Valley leading with 2 kills, and you know, Wolf, I saw this before. Last time a team prioritized kills, they won. It was Falcon.
A lot of damage.
It was. But then again, this time, you saw RQ Brazil taking advantage of the fact that Mobile Zane took his time. He's, in a way, there's a lot of greed in what Mobile Zane did because he went for 2 buffs first, while King, after dying, he went only to the orange buff and allowed his Matilda and Farsa to zone out the members of the Valley. We talked about this in the draft. There's a lot of combination with the Matilda and the Farsa. There's lethal poke that you can get out of there, and the Valley respected that. That is why they weren't able to position themselves around the turtle.
Oh, look at the stat line, though.
Demolition Man.
Gusta, the great Demolition Man. Ranked first in hero damage, first in turret damage, and first in turret damage per minute. So there's turret damage per game and per minute. This guy's an absolute monster. I think he just absolutely hates the turrets right now.
Yeah.
And you can see, right, they're already trying to look for a siege and maybe possibly look for a dive up in the gold lane.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the top side by RQ Kira. Is going to be limiting basic just a little bit, but there will be a lull just in the moment as Mobile Zane goes in, takes items that he's, takes buff that he should not own. As let's take a look at the emblem.
Okay, so definitely going to be that tank ability for Mobile Zane. I think this is just the way to go. Like we said, there's a lot of like uncontrollable damage coming up from RQ Brazil that they can take care of. I'm actually surprised that Fried Chicken is holding his ground so well, but up top, the punish coming out from the Valley.
Punish from up there, RQ Brazil, I think, overstayed the welcome. They're focusing too much resources around basic, but you can start to see the damage coming off in Takashi, right? Look, Fried Chicken is a grok. It's just, it's just armor. It's not magic resist, and Takashi is there dealing magic damage against that grok.
There's, again, for the Valley, a lot of pick potential they can play for, right? And RQ Akira, they're saying, sure, you can pick up a kills on Louise as many times as you want, but this is what they're gonna do back.
Yeah, at the same time, backline, Takashi is actually keeping Mlbb a little bit too busy right here. Real one manipulation committed by Hoon will be jumping down the bombs from the side by Super Shock. That's the jump, the bounce, but will not be able to convert it into an ultimate. It's gonna be Sagan. That will fall. Mlbb finds assassination.
1,000 gold lead now for the Valley, and so far this prioritized kills over objectives is working for the Valley really well. RQ Akira are falling behind, and with that, you can already see the siege potential from Team Valley.
Super Shark is just way too good at setup heroes. Yeah, 2-0 and 2 from the guy. Amazing jumps, and even you saw some patience from him. He did, even when he already has like the dream combo of the Grok and the Kufra, where there is the Guardian's Barrier, you can just pin them to the wall. He waited for his right moment. He knows that there will be no follow-up because his teammates are on the opposite side of the wall. So he waited for his timing to go for the lockdown. Fried Chicken, again, holding his ground. I wonder how he's able to do it. It's not easy.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be Matilda using the ultimate on top of Mlbb. The Void Crystals from Hoon will slow down that push. The Valley currently on 5-0 in terms of the kill score, but RQ Akira has the better map control in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, right? The map control that they've been able to get with the XP lead in a few of these lanes because of the turtle. And even here, you can see the deaths, right? You look at the score and you think it's horrible for RQ Akira, but most of these deaths have been placed onto the roamer.
Oh, Feather Escher coming in. Lewis is actually pincering. Look at how Augusta, the Demolition Man, going to business. He's taking down the top side. That's the first turret in the favor of RQ Akira.
Again, the people or the members from RQ Akira that have been taken down are mostly just the frontliners, King and Louise. Sure, there are a few deaths here from Takashi and Sagan, but that's despite the point. They can actually utilize this 500 or 1,000 gold lead from the Valley, and they could just use it to farm constantly, right? Creating space for themselves on the map to get those power spikes on the Farsa and the Claws.
Yeah, Fried Chicken using the wall charge, get out of the way. The real one manipulation on top of Hoon. It's going to be Sagan will be able to fly away with the wings by wings. No kills for the Valley for now, but you know they're hungry.
All of the space that is created by Team Valley. 4 of their members always fighting against RQ Brazil. For basic!
Oh, he catches Louise right at the back line, giving the kill over to basic. To Valley immediately transition into a turtle takedown. That's a third turtle in the pockets of the Valley.
RQ Akira need to be very careful the way they're playing, right? Sure, it's still just Louise who's getting caught, not Gusta, not Sagan, but the more the roamer gets taken down, that's less map control you have, and Super Shark's going for it.
Super Shark's going in once again. The rare strike going down to basically zone out, but that will not be enough. The Valley will be able to take down the top side as well. Mlbb going on 1v1 against King, but it's going to be a tanky Karina going up against a tanky Martis.
I love to see it, right? 2 tanks just beating each other up.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't care about the minions. Hey, you and me in the middle right now.
Do that in no chat.
Okay, it will be difficult now to deal with the Valley already. You can see Super Shark picking up the Radiant Armor. Majority of the early game damage of RQ Akira is based on magic. That's Joy, that's Farsa, that's Matilda, all nullified with this item. And then, if you're looking at basic, already picking up the Wind of Nature, it means that even the physical damage department, that's gonna struggle against Team Valley. I'm not seeing any damage output now, any DPS now coming out from RQ Akira, so they just need to farm up. Maybe wait for their timings, but the Valley, they're not letting that happen.
Oh, Super Shark jumps in, pins Takashi right into the wall. That's Basic picking up that kill for now. Hoon coming in, Mlbb coming in for the flank. King will not be able to survive. Karina finds assassination with the help of Hoon's real wall manipulation.
An amazing gank by the Valley, knowing exactly what RQ Akira were doing. They placed most of their members up in that top lane. So the Valley just utilized that, capitalized, and just dove them down. No hesitation whatsoever. The Valley with crisp, clean communication, and they're going to be able to punish a bit more.
Look at that. Because of the winning team fight at the bottom lane, Basic translates that into 2 turret takedown. RQ Akira needs to solve this big problem. Where is their damage coming from?
They will have to wait for both the Farsa and the Flood to have items before they are able to output the damage. At this point, the Valley is just way too bulky and just so farmed with 3.7 thousand gold of an advantage, RQ Akira will have to wait for their moments to build the Valley, not let that happen.
Looking at it here, it's going to be really tough for RQ Akira to really contest right now with a 3.6k gold deficit, but it all depends on Gusta and Sagan.
Bouncing ball going to be activated at the same time. It's the Valley actually gaining a lot of map control around the Lord Pit. Feather airstrike not at the Lord Pit area, will not be able to contest with that. White Jingle going in, the wall charge connect. No, Gusta the base into it, going all the way in, shredding the White Jingle going all the way down. Team Valley is still going in, but it is going to be RQ Akira picking up the items, and this is the time the damage where I'm coming from. He's getting chomped down, but that's not enough. As Hoon will be there to take down the damage dealer from RQ Akira.
It's a 2-for-1, make it a 3-for-1 because the Valley secured the Lord. And just on that note, they're really good at taking these crazy skirmishes. RQ Akira, you can finally see the damage come through, and that's because of the itemization. But again, the Valley were so much ahead already.
Yeah, you can see that even with just White Chickens zoning them out, blocking them out, committing the ultimate and sacrificing himself just to make sure that the members of RQ Brazil will not be able to come through. The peeling from the Valley is just way too good. Even utilizing the real-world manipulation just to not let King get into position. The Valley is just way too ahead.
I feel like the Valley is like, who needs macro game when I'm so good at team fights? 8 kill lead right there in the Valley, and those kills transitions into gold. It transitions into map control. RQ Akira needs to play it safe. They don't have the damage, and you know the Valley is itching for a fight.
Hey, and it is all going to come down to Super Shark, who's already charging it in. This man has been so aggressive, and he's been the one initiating all these crazy plays, right? If you don't have Super Shark, they wouldn't have this lead.
The Jar jumping in, real one man to go in, Super Shark all the way in the enemy base, and he's creating so much space for the time being. The Valley is actually focusing on the Lord in the bottom lane instead, and that is the prize. A White Chicken will sacrifice his life for the bottom lane turret.
What a fight! The Valley, again, they lose one member, but it's all good. It's a frontliner. It's just White Chicken. They get a base turret with the first Lord, and that's so much value.
That's so much value indeed, because normally in a game where you have your all of your economies all together, whoever gets the first Lord doesn't really get any other any inhibitor turret, and them getting that is such a high value sacrifice coming out from White Chicken. And I like the way that they're layering all their stuns, right? The Fried Chicken goes in, and then Super Shark comes afterwards. So it's like a combination of whether you go first with the Grok or the Kufra.
Well, you know, I have another question here. Look at the itemization. Oh, never mind. Oh, so close there. Super Shark going to be poked down for a bit. They're looking for just a steal here. Actually, wow, good steal by Zayn. But back to my question. The Valley and RQ Akira. It seems like Gusta Lagusta is going to be the main man when it comes to the later stage of the game. From Skylar, from Oheb, yesterday in the match, we saw that the corrosion side was an option. Do you think that Gusta needs to go for the corrosion side here to be that late game carry?
I think so. I think you badly need that. Because of the updates of the corrosion side, it just makes so much value for attack speed heroes.
I don't know whether this is the real one, Mlbb going in as well, but it would not be. It is going to be the mid lane for the side of RQ Akira, cracked open for now. The fact that Super Shark is just literally charging up created so much invisible pressure against RQ Akira.
Oh man, they're making it easy for basic. Like the Valley, they're just peeling for basic. Then you cannot see any initiation coming out from RQ Akira that can go to the backlines unless they do it now. King with a flank.
That's a good flank coming up on Gusta Lagusta. Would that be enough though? But Mlbb will be able to just bouncing a BMI. Well, no, Gusta Lagusta will be destroyed by Basic, and he is on the hunt. It is going to be King that says Basic, no, you're not going to be able to do anything for now because I'm going to take it down. But Super Shark on the other hand, it is going to be him creating so much space. Wipe out!
Wipe out the Valley again! Dudes, they're gonna end the game right now with a crazy dominant game in game number 1 to secure it first here. White Chicken just adding a little bit to that spice that we said that you need in Indonesia.
It's like, I'm totally imagining the Valley is like throwing fried chicken drumstick at the enemy. It actually hurts.
I am Goreng with a lot of sambal in there as he went in. Even Hoon picked up what? 2 golden staves. There's a plural for that. Golden staff. Two pieces of golden staff, right? just to finish up the game so they can attack quickly. But then again, you see that the Valley, whenever they initiate together with Super Shark as well as Fried Chicken, it's very smart in how they are doing it, how they are approaching